most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Brett Thackeray.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm going to step over here because I actually want to, we're going to get into the temperature change, but I was fiddling with the radar because I'm still trying to wrap my head around what happened last night in parts of the region here north and west of Harrisburg, and it was some ugly stuff. So right now the Doppler radar is quiet. Thank goodness, especially for our friends up here in Perry, Mifflin, Juniata counties, and they experienced catastrophic flooding overnight. And you can see mainly areas west of the river saw some early evening storms, but this cell right here was the big troublemaker, and it just sat and poured rain from about 9:30 to 1:30. And I mean, it caused chaos up there. Flooded roads, roads that are washed away. We've gotten reports of water rescues and cars that have been trapped and basements that are collapsing. This is something that was a real emergency here since early last evening and continuing overnight. Now, when we look at the accumulated rain, notice, the eastern part of the region, very little rain, if any, and it was areas west of the Susquehanna River that for the most part saw good rain, but way too much with this particular cell extending from Mifflintown and Port Royal into Thompsontown. But I want to point this out. In the core of this cell, this put down between 7 and 8 inches of rain in about 3 hours. And that is going to do catastrophic damage. It was just this small area here. But this is where we're getting most of those reports out of. You heard James talk about Snyder County too. It was in these areas north of Harrisburg that experienced the worst of it. There's all kinds of reports, wind reports and some flooding reports here. Let's take you through some of these so that we can try to understand how bad it is, because it is awful. McAllisterville, a basement collapse and flooding with basement walls collapsing. At 10:10, a basement collapse and multiple barn animals were trapped last night in McAllisterville. Port Royal at 10:47, water flowing into the first floor of a home. Entire homes were starting to get submerged here. Ickesburg, a car completely submerged on Denver Hollow Road. So it was in these spots where the worst of the weather was last night, where we're talking about catastrophic rainfall and unfortunate damage that they're going to be dealing with here for a long, long time. Emergency crews on their way up there. They experienced trouble getting into those regions. We're certainly thinking about those folks and hoping that everybody is safe, because it was, unfortunately, an extreme weather event that occurred in that small area last night, but it packed a big punch. 66 right now in Mifflintown at Juniata High School and a dew point of 66. I was receiving some text messages last night from a few folks up there that thought a tornado came through. The radar certainly would indicate that it's possible, and I'll show you that radar image coming up later. But right now we've got clouds. It is going to be a cloudy day. We do not expect there to be a repeat of this today. However, it is going to be murky and muggy. Temperatures are starting in the 60s to near 70 degrees, and yeah, it is cooler than yesterday by several degrees, and it's going to stay cooler, but the problem is it's still going to be muggy. Dew points are in the 60s, near 70 in Baltimore. It's going to be a muggy afternoon. So we ended up hitting 90 yesterday. Originally, we thought yesterday would be in the 70s. Well, we upped it to 86. Still wasn't warm enough. We got to 90, and that helped to fuel some of those storms. Harrisburg only getting 0.04 inches, and some places getting close to 8 inches of rain yesterday. Way too much. Catastrophic flooding. Lancaster was one of the spots that did not see much, and highs today will be much cooler in the mid-70s. So we had a backdoor front that slipped through last night. East flow today will sort of lock us in with clouds and maybe a couple of showers, and then this front with a line of storms along it. That's going to be our next weather maker here as we move into the weekend. So because of that backdoor front, look at this. Everybody along the East Coast, including most of our region, are going to be in the 70s today. 90s are off to the west. So it's going to be humid here. It's going to be stormy in the south, and then these Saturday evening storms. Otherwise, it's going to be a dry weekend, and we can show you that on Precision Cast here. So we've got a lot of clouds today, maybe a passing shower. As we move into the holiday weekend, tomorrow's going to be cloudy and humid, and then tomorrow evening, here comes another line of storms. This one's going to move a lot faster than the ones last night, though. And then on Sunday, partly cloudy, maybe still a stray shower before things turn more fall-like next week. And you'll notice the drop in this humidity here. 76, cloudy and muggy today, humid through the weekend, a line of late evening thunderstorms on Saturday, Sunday, still humid, mainly dry, but we won't rule out a shower, and then fall-like and comfortable. A real chance to catch our breath here by next week. Stay with us. More Daybreak coming up.